All right, we are live. Hello and welcome to BT Talks, already episode 7. Wow, I can't believe already episode 7. I have as a guest my good friend Bento Quieroz, and he is with Compass Florida and is responsible of a fantastic project called AKAI Estates. So I'm gonna have a conversation with him. He's gonna introduce himself, and he's going to tell a little bit about his story and his journey of coming to Miami, coming into real estate, his background, and then we'll bounce directly to AKAI Estates, which is truly a mind-blowing project, and we'll take it from there. Bento, welcome
Absolutely.
to BT Talks.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be with you. You're doing an amazing initiative, and I'm super glad to be part of it.
Thank you so much. So tell us a little bit about your background, because I know your story, not all your story, but a big part of your story prior being in real estate, your career, and also you happen to be a pro tennis player?
Well, no, recreational tennis player that has played the entire life. Let's make that a clear statement. So I'm not pretentious, and I don't want to pretend that I was a professional tennis player, even though I have played since little, and I've played many international tournaments for Portugal, and that actually opened my mind to traveling and then really get to know the world. I'm from Portugal originally, you're French, so we're both European, savvy that wanted to explore the world and then really challenge our boundaries. So the idea was, very early on in my career, I had the opportunity to live in Italy and Milan. Then I lived in Brazil, went back to Portugal, working in the consulting business and private equity, and then all of a sudden came the opportunity to come to Miami. And real estate was always a very big passion of me, and then it was part of my instinct. So when I lived in Milan, I was fascinated by the architecture, how the history blends with luxury real estate. When I was in São Paulo, all those skyscrapers, it was there. So real estate was really a big component, even though I was not working with real estate at that time. I had the opportunity finally in Miami, and then really surfing this incredible transformational wave that it's happening in Miami. 10 years ago, Miami was half of what it is today.
It's growing tremendously.
And all the big brands, all the big architects from the world, around the world, are coming here to really leave a very remarkable legacy. And you can talk about Zaha Hadid 1000 Museum, Pierre Lissoni on 57 Ocean, up on the 87 Park, and then many other projects around the city that really are bringing Miami to a global clientele. It felt that it was a very regional capital for South and Latin America primarily.
And now it's become really a global city.
And it's really on that very long process, in a very accelerated pace, to become a global city. So you have all the brands, all the big restaurants, all the big events coming to the city. And that's where AKAI was born.
There we go. So I think it's very interesting, as you heard Bento's story and see how he came to Miami and everything he did, from his tennis background to living in different countries, entrepreneurial careers, financial, meeting different people, being passionate about real estate. I think a lot of people who come to Miami, like myself, we at some point get into real estate because Miami has the environment, has the people, has the different projects, has the architects, the interior designers, and it's just a booming city. And within the next few years, I think it's going to be a whole other level. And so now it comes to AKAI Estates, which is a phenomenal project, which I saw about probably a month or so, and I was like, I have to reach out and get more information, because I'm truly also passionate about architecture and design, and I was like, I never seen something like that. So I came here to the sales gallery, which is right now at Minotti Kitchen in the design district, and we spent some time going over everything, and it just blew my mind. So I'll let Bento talk a little bit about AKAI Estates, and we'll take it from there.
AKAI, it's a vision. It's really a transformational architectural masterpiece that we're trying to develop and establish in South Florida. And we were able to find possibly one of the most talented architects I have ever met.
That's what I was going to say.
Vasco Vieira is really the heart and soul of this project, because it really has developed this sense of harmonization in shapes and textures and volumes in a way that really redefines ultra luxury residential real estate. So being a Portuguese architect, mainly in the south of Portugal, he had the opportunity to really completely redefine luxury real estate in Portugal to a standard that we have never seen actually in Miami.
And I believe, just to put in a note, there are a lot of phenomenal architects, but I think Vasco Vieira has something, he's bringing his touch to Miami, and I think we haven't seen this yet. And that's why AKAI Estate is truly, phenomenal. I mean...
Yes, and then the premises of AKAI Estates was basically bring a unique approach to architecture, an unconstrained structure of the lots, because it really makes a big difference when you have land that constrains your architecture. So here we have 16 exclusive plots of 2 acre plus in a private exclusive gated community where we are developing. The lots are as close as possible to squares. That allows you a perfect placement of your mansion or your estate and have all your amenities like an oasis inside of your private property. So what we did was we really picked 5 of the very best projects of Vasco, and we have refined them. We have curated them into something very sophisticated, but also that speaks to the global clientele.
And I think something that I saw also is not only the different designs, but also I think you guys adapted to the pandemic and different things as a lifestyle. So living at AKAI Estates is very special.
I always say that AKAI Estates is not a result of the pandemic, but the pandemic is a perfect purpose for a professional athlete and a high-level CEO, an entrepreneur, to make AKAI Estates their home. What I mean with this is that we're so constrained nowadays because of the limitations to use amenities in high-end buildings like Ritz, Porsche, Armani, all of that, where you really are constrained to your living areas of your units. Here, you really have the holistic approach of a luxury or an ultra luxury lifestyle, where you have your infinity edge pools, you have your tennis courts, you have your indoor basketball courts if you want, your private gyms, your office. You can do everything within your home.
So pretty much, I mean, for a CEO, executive, athlete, anybody who wants a beautiful home in South Florida, they can pretty much do everything in this home. They have the space from their home office to gyms, to outdoor space for the kids, in a secure, also very secure area. Can you tell us a little bit about the location? Because I know a lot of people don't really know, and they're like, it's a little west, but...
So Southwest Ranches is actually a very well-established location for those that really want exclusivity and privacy. Why is that? Because basically 10, 15 years ago, very famous people really had a constraint in terms of their exposure, because most of our properties on the ultra luxury end are oceanfront or waterfront. And then waterfront comes without privacy. So when they go out west, they really have a lot more value, a lot more land, but a lot more privacy. So our properties are closed gated communities. And what we did, which was I think it's going to be an amazing amenity for the property, is that we built an alley pad on the property in one of the 2 lakes that we have, which will allow the owners to have a perfect mobility within 400 miles range. So they can technically go to the Bahamas, they can go to Key West, they can come and go and connect to the private airports and the international airports if they use private aviation. They can take off, arrive on their private jet, get their helicopter, and then land in their backyard, which is a very cool amenity, but also very convenient, especially if you look, when we did it thinking forward, really not really giving it for granted.
Yeah, so from all perspectives, I mean, from the design to the architecture to the mobility to be able to go anywhere, because it's located not too far from Fort Lauderdale, from Miami, from Boca, Palm Beach, and then if you want to try a little more south and go to the Caribbean or anywhere else, you can do it from there, but it's very secure and it's very exclusive. So it makes it, a very unique project and properties. By when are the properties going to be finished? When are they going to be available?
All the infrastructure is done, so all our plots are well structured and well divided. Now we are in the process of building our on-site show home, which actually will be part of lot number 1 and will be a guest villa in the future for the owner of lot number 1. And we expect to start by the end of the year the construction of our model home, which actually we have it as our backdrop in our sales gallery. We have 2 scale models. This is model E. It's a stunning 25,000 square foot living spaces mansion in a perfect symmetry, and it's a perfect description of how sophisticated and imponent is the architecture of Vasco Vieira.
So now I'm going to actually take the phone. We're going to go see the maquette and also go around the gallery and see a little bit the details, because the design details are truly phenomenal.
So in this model E, we have actually, you can see in this maquette, we have
so this is model E,
2-scale, 2-acre property. In one of our plots, you can really see how harmonized it is, the placement of the property within the land. You have 25,000 square feet of living spaces and just over 11,000 square feet under AC. Perfect symmetry in the back and in the front, and all your amenities.
You have tennis courts, basketball courts,
infinity edge pool, gym, sauna, jacuzzi, steam room.
So here is the infinity edge pool. This is this one right here.
Yeah.
Look at, I mean, the proportions, the heights, the details. It's truly
24-foot ceilings on your entrance and your living area. It's really a remarkable, and a cherry on top of it on this unit is that it has a full entertainer's dream rooftop deck with an infinity edge jacuzzi, with a fire pit and a summer kitchen. So imagine you have endless possibilities in this property to entertain and to really enjoy a very upscale lifestyle.
So now we're going to see a little bit the details. So let's go. So here you get a little bit a feel for the gallery here at Minotti Kitchen.
This is our Model A.
This is Model A.
Spectacular one-floor residence that really comprises of an harmonized floor plan with 24-foot ceilings on their entertainment areas and a lot of privacy for the owners. It's a really spectacular one-floor property.
Okay, and then here we go.
You can take a quick look at our property video, which actually gives you an amazing idea of the 16 plots and the placement of the properties.
Yeah, and if you guys want more information, brochures, photos, videos, pricing and all of that, please feel free to reach out to either of us. There you go. This is actually really nice. Should we go see, is there anything else here, right here? So here, nice little office. Look at this. So here, there's actually the plans
of all the models.
So
as well as some of the interiors.
That is a sneak peek. There you go. Look at this. There you go. We're back. All right.
Thank you so much.
Guys, thank you so much for following us. If you didn't catch the episode, you'll be able to see it in my Instagram, TV, and feed. And I'd love your feedback. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to both of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.